Preseason is over, ladies and gentlemen. We are on to the regular season, so I thought it'd be kind of important to look back at the schedule like we did back in May and make a record prediction. Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. 17 games. I think the Titans are going to be a lot better than they were in 2024, and hopefully they can possibly make a playoff push. But I got my record prediction for you guys. Let's go through the schedule real quick, and then we'll break down kind of every single game, the matchups that we have. Week 1 against the Broncos, that's going to be a tough one. Then Rams, Colts, Texans. This is a really, really, really tough schedule. You got the Cardinals, at the Raiders. It gets a little bit easier than the Patriots and the Colts. Week 9, you're going against the Chargers. A nice Week 10 bye, placed perfectly in the middle of the season. Not too early, not too late. Then Week 11 against the Texans, the Seahawks, the Jaguars. Then the back end of the season, you got the Browns, the 49ers, the Chiefs, Saints, and Jaguars. You got a big one against the Chiefs Week 16. And if the Titans make it that far, then they will go all the way and hopefully make a playoff push. So I'm going to ask you guys, before we break it all down, predict the Titans record for me this season. I'll give my record at the end because we're going to go through every single one. So go down in the comments right now, predict the Titans record for this year. Starting off with the first 4 games, you got the Broncos, Rams, Colts, and the Texans. And you're starting off with an absolute doozy, ladies and gentlemen. Week 1 in Denver against the Broncos. And we won't put this lightly. I think this is going to be an easy win for the Broncos. It's your first game with your franchise quarterback, Cam Ward. It's going to take them some adjusting to. And the Broncos, they probably have the best or one of the best defenses in the NFL. They had 60 sacks last year. And I know this defense has been this offensive line has improved. But it's still the Broncos. I got to win in Denver. It's going to be a tough one. Then week 2 against the Rams. This one is at home. We still are not 100% sure if Matthew Stafford is going to be playing. I expect him to play. And if he does, then I'll go with the Rams win. I think Jared Verse on their defense, their offense is still solid. I mean, you got Puka Nacua. You got good wide receivers. You got Kyron Williams. I think this team is good, but if it's Jimmy Garoppolo, can't forget about Devontae Adams either. If it's Jimmy Garoppolo, I got the Titans upsetting them at home in that one. Then we go to the Colts Week 3, and hopefully this is your first win of the regular season. I'm guaranteeing this one a win. I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care if it's Anthony Richardson. I don't care if it's Daniel Jones. The Colts are not good. They have not been good. They are a dumpster fire as always. That's why people are making fun of them for the quarterback decisions. You can't tell me Daniel Jones is going to beat the Tennessee Titans. It's not happening. Then you go to week 4 against the Houston Texans. And I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. I think this is going to be a lot closer than people really truly believe, because I think the Texans, they're going to struggle a little bit this year with that offensive line. It struggled a little bit. They do not look the greatest. I am going to call it a Texans win because it's in Houston, but this is a division rival. You play them twice. You play the Texans at the earlier part of the year, and wink, wink, nod, nod. You get them back at the end of the season because you got that film you can watch, and you'll be back at home. Then you got the next 4 weeks. 5, 6, 7, 8, Cardinals, Raiders, Patriots, and Colts. And this one is going to be a very close game. I don't think the Cardinals are that great, but I think they're a very boring, underrated team. It all depends on how Kyler Murray plays. And I think that James Conner is still one of the most underrated running backs in football. I'm going to go with the Cardinals win. So you're starting off 1-4. And that is not good, and I mean not good for Brian Callahan's job. But if you start 1-5, I think you'll get the boot. But thankfully, you play who I think is going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. And I'm going to go with a Titans win in Week 6 against the Las Vegas Raiders. I think that offensive line is going to struggle a ton. I don't think Geno Smith realizes what he's going to get into because the Seahawks are a lot better team than people think. I expect them to win this game. They get back in the win column 2-4. Maybe that'll save Brian Callahan's job because if you start 1-5, you are done. Week 7, this is a tough one for me. and it's at home. You're bringing back your old coach is coming back to town, but I think he's coming with major vengeance. And I'm going to go with the Patriots on this side. I think the Patriots have improved. Their defense looks really good with the addition to Milton Williams. They stole Harold Landry after the Titans cut him. And I think with Harold Landry, with Vrabel, I think that this is going to be an interesting matchup. I got the Patriots winning this one in Week 7. Then Week 8, the Titans and Colts. And I it's the Colts, but it's in Indianapolis. Usually with division matchups, I think a lot of the times it is so hard to sweep. Very, very hard to sweep a team. So I'm going to go with the Colts win on this one. I know they're a joke, but I think it's going to be a very, very, very close game in this one. It's hard to say, but 2-6, the Titans could easily win this one. So we're halfway through the regular season, and the Titans are 2-6. Does that save Brian Callahan's job? I don't know, but I think Cam Ward is going to look good while he's doing it. I think Cam Ward's going to be a very solid quarterback. And his passing projection, if you're a big PrizePicks fan, his passing season-long projection is 19.5 touchdowns. More or less. Go down in the comments section and comment M for more or L for less. Then you got the next 5 weeks. The Chargers in Week 9, the nice bye week. I love a good bye week in the middle of the season. Texans, Seahawks, and Jags. You're playing the Chargers, and I think you're going to get outcoached with Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, good quarterback, Lad McConkey. It is going to be a tough game, but I got the Chargers winning this one, and it's not a good start to the season. 2-7. 2-7. But you come back in Week 11 after your bye week at home against a division rival. And I think this is where you come back and you steal a win from the Texans. I think the Texans are going to have a good record, but they're going to come in and get upset at home week 11 off the bye. I think Cam Ward's going to really turn it on during that game. I think he's really going to show that he is something special. Then Week 12, you got the Seahawks against the Titans. Titans at home. This is a hard one, but I talked about it. I think that the Seahawks are a lot better than people take credit for. I like their team. I like their offense with Sam Darnold. I like their addition with Cooper Kupp. I like Jackson Smith. It is a very, very solid team, so you're 3-8 after. Then you play the Jaguars, and I will say, for the Jags, this whole season is going to depend on how they are. Is Liam Cohen and Grant Udinski going to save Trevor Lawrence's career? I don't know, because I still think their team is trash. I know they have Josh Hines-Allen, which is a great pass rusher, but give me the Titans on this one. At home against a division rival, I don't think the Jags are that good. I do love Brian Thomas, great wide receiver. But I will take Calvin Ridley over him in a heartbeat. Then most of this schedule is pretty easy. You could easily go 3-2 on this one. The Browns, the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Saints, and the Jags. We'll get into that in a second, but I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is PrizePicks. Preseason football is over, guys. We are on to the regular season in college football. It's already here, so don't miss any of the action on the season on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in and win up to 2,000 times your money. PrizePicks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on PrizePicks. And you saw Cam Ward's player projection was 19.5. I'm going to go with the more, but they're not in this lineup because Dak Prescott, a max discount. Just 1 passing yard. That's all you need. The more on that one. Calvin Ridley, he's getting 1,000 yards, people. The more on 925.5 receiving. And Tony Pollard with Tajay Spears out. Give me the more on rushing yards. 900.5. You can make a lineup just like that one when you download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link for that will be in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks. Run your game. Then you have Week 14. And I like this game because the Browns, we know who the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans is going to be. It's Cam Ward. You don't know who the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns is going to be. It's going to be Shedeur Sanders. It's going to be Dylan Gabriel. It's going to be Joe Flacco. No one knows. And besides Myles Garrett, who do they have on their team? Doesn't matter. Give me a Titans win. You move to 5-8 on that one. You're starting to get better. better. Obviously, you already passed your win total of last season. Week 15, 49ers. And I think you see that record with the 49ers. I mean, they are decimated at injuries right now. They are so hurt at wide receiver. Ayuk, Juwan Jennings. Like, they are just struggling and struggling. But I think by week 15, they're going to get healthier and healthier. Still a Christian McCaffrey, don't you? So give me the 49ers win on that one. Go to 5-9. Week 16 for the Chiefs. I know it's at home. Maybe you can upset them, but I'm not going to say they are. I want to say it. I hope. But Patrick Mahomes, shout out to Travis Kelce, I guess, for getting engaged. Who cares? The Chiefs, unfortunately, win that one. Week 17 against the worst team in football. The absolute worst. Tyler Shuck, Spencer Radler. Who's going to be the quarterback? Who else is on their team? Is Chris Olave going to have another concussion? I hope he doesn't, but it's hard to say. I think they're going to be the worst team in football. And it's at home. You're going to beat the Titans easily. Easily. And then you finish off the year against the Jags. And you guys heard my predictions throughout the entire video. I like a split between division rivals. So I got the Jags winning this one. And the Titans are officially going 6-11. And I will say this. Like, it's not great. It's not great. I don't like it. I do think it's a possibility for them to go worst to first because the AFC South is trash. The Jaguars are trash. The Colts are trash. The Texans are a good team, but it's a division rival. You can sneak up on them and split. It's very easy. But if you guys think it's going to happen, do you think the Titans will be in the playoff hunt this year? Give me a Y for yes. Give me an N for no down in the comments section. I don't know. It's going to be a possibility, but I will say, I think this is a 2 to 3 year rebuild. Mike Borgonzi comes over from Kansas City. He knows how to build a team. He helped build a Super Bowl winning team. It's going to take gradually to get better over the time. I expect the Titans to get better each and every year. You got your franchise quarterback, so now work on the other sides of the football. We're going to break it down every single game, and we got you covered. So make sure you subscribe to Titans Today for all Titans news, and you stay up to date. So hit that sub button, and as always, tighten up.